come a long, long way together.
Everyone's entitled to their opinion, and this is why I really wanted to go out into the public to hear people's true opinions. Some people watched it for the first time in front of me, some people had already watched it previously. So it was very interesting to see what they had to say about it, basically, because this video, when I say it's gone viral, it's gone viral. So if you haven't seen it, I will put the link below so you yourself can watch it. And if you want to include your opinion on the video, just click back onto my video, you know, put type in the comment section below.
Wanna swing at me and call me racist because I ain't black. We'll pound that then.
What did you guys think about that?
It's intense, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a bit. Like, it's not like a usual rap video though, wasn't it?
It's just weird, like, I don't know.
It's hard to say really, isn't it? Because if it was the other way around, you know, you wouldn't really say it was racist, would you?
Talking about slavery like you was around back then, like you was picking cotton off the fucking ground back then.
So what do you think about the first part of the video?
It was a little bit strong, right? The guy was like proper. It was saying no racial, but he was being racist, you know what I mean?
Do you think he was right what he was saying?
I didn't like what he was saying. That is the view of most people, but like they don't admit, they don't.
It's just an opinion.
Yeah, just the opinion, but they don't. It doesn't come out. It just stay with them. Yeah. You know what I mean?
All right. So you watched the video, both of you, haven't you?
Yeah.
What do you think initially? What do you think? What was your thoughts?
I thought it was kind of wild at first.
Wild?
Yeah, like, because it's just a white guy being like kind of racist a bit.
Yeah, so that took you back a bit.
When I was watching it the first time, I didn't know it was like there was one guy doing both sides. So I thought it was just a white guy talking. I was just like, right. I was like, this guy's talking reckless on camera. I was like, wow. I was like, this guy's been wild. Obviously, when the black guy started talking, it was the same voice. I was like, oh, okay. So it's the same person, doing both sides.
This is a lyric from the video. I'd rather see a black man claiming his son. Do you think that black males growing up without a dad has a major effect on them?
Yeah, I don't think that's a colour thing. Any person.
Any person, yeah, I do agree with that. That's quite true.
I think the fact that like black people having dads is a stereotype, like such a big stereotype, means that it is an issue, and it happens a lot. And I do know a couple of people that their dads aren't even around like that. Obviously, if you haven't got like a moral role model, and you've got like no one to look up to, you kind of just look for other people, and that's how people end up like looking up to bad people and shit like that.
If I was to use the N term,
yeah,
I'd be racist. But if someone was to call me a white person, that wouldn't be seen as racist, would it? But it's hard to tell, really.
Yeah, because that is one of my questions. Do you feel like it's acceptable for anyone to use the N-word, or is it like particular people?
I personally wouldn't use it.
I personally would never use it. But when I see like, I don't get it, because when I see like black people say it in like rap videos and that, that confuses me, and I think, why is that necessary?
The N-word, do you think it's acceptable for anyone to use it, or just certain people?
Everyone say now, you know what I mean? But
is that right?
It's not right to say it. It's not. I think it's not like before, you know what I mean? Now the N-word, it doesn't fit like years ago. Yeah. But I don't like. But it's not nice to say. If you're angry with someone, it's not nice to say. But if you're like friend of someone, okay, I'm gonna say, but still it's not nice for to use.
Worship the Einstein, study the Steve Jobs. What do you think about black males that only look up to musicians for inspiration?
That hit home, to be honest, in a sense where I feel like maybe there's not enough black role models in the media in order for us to look up to. But at the same time, I feel like there needs to be a broader influence on black community than rappers and entertainers.
Yeah, but do you feel like it's easier for them to look up to people in music videos then?
I guess because that's what mainstream media promotes. Black people being entertainers, not like being professionals.
You feel like people should look more towards the Steve Jobs and people, businessmen basically, or is everyone like free to look up to whoever they want? I
think everyone's got their own opinion to look up to whoever they want to, really.
I mean, yeah, go to Manchester. There's about 30 million people looking up to Paul Pogba. So
yeah.
Who's that? Is that a footballer?
He's a footballer.
I look up to anyone.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what it
doesn't matter.
But you talk about people's beliefs about black people and white people. We've got a belief that we hate Tottenham, so we can't stand them. So no.
Some of our Tottenham fans might be a bit this video right now. Please don't care. Please don't.
So like musicians, obviously they make their money from talking about that gang stuff and all that, because that's what people listen. That's what people want to hear. Because obviously people that don't do it, don't want to hear about it. People that are involved with it, they kind of want to feel like the lifestyle a bit more. But like when you get like young people who haven't been involved in any of that, and then they're hearing this and they're hearing it glorified, and they want to like become more involved in it and like try and live the lifestyle out.
It makes a picture of it.
Yeah, it makes it seem like it's an amazing thing. The thing is, you can't blame the rappers in it, because you're trying to make, they have to make money. That's what they're getting paid for. Like,
so do you think that as a generation we should look more towards businessmen?
Yeah, I mean, like these rappers, yeah, they get money, but they're not the ones making the real money. Yeah. There's billionaires out there. Those are the type of people you should be aiming for, not just rappers make a couple million here and there.
People from the hood, obviously, they're going to be looking up to like, those hood people.
Yeah.
But the ones that are smart, they look up to people that have actually done like Jamal Edwards, for example. Like he was from the hood, but he done his thing. Like that's who people should be looking at as examples. But obviously, look at rappers.
Okay, so another lyric is: pull your pants up, put that suit back on, take that do-rag off, take that gold out your mouth, quit that pitiful stuff, and then police might stop killing you. How do you feel about that statement? Do you think it's a big issue, people dressing the way they do?
To be honest, this is like a cultural thing, like the way how we dress can be deemed as unprofessional in the professional world. But, you know, like, no matter what colour you are, you need to adapt to your environment, basically. You can't always have your pants hanging off. And
so these young boys, for example, like, you feel like, depending on their environment, they should just basically fix up, I guess,
be appropriate, yeah.
And they might attract more positive attention. How do you feel about that statement?
I mean, I think it's completely true. I mean, yeah, like people, the way you dress in it, the way people when they come in with their hoodies and everything, and all blacked out with all the gold on, like you're kind of helping fill the stereotype. Yeah. But like, not everyone who's wearing that stuff is like about their life. Who's trying to do that kind of thing. Yeah. Even with Darius saying, "Oh yeah, you're getting killed because of this." Yeah. There's people that would get killed that will look. There's one guy that was helping like his patient or something, and it was just like in jeans and a t-shirt. Like, how more casual can you be?
How
Like,
do you want him to dress in a suit every day?
Yeah, I can't be in a suit all the time.
You feel like everyone should have freedom to dress how they want.
It's like in some friendship groups or whatever, people will be like, why are you in a suit for? That stupid kind of thing. Yeah. It's not seen as cool or whatever. And then because of that, it kind of puts you down. You kind of like, oh, maybe I shouldn't.
As well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you think that this is a big issue, or should people be allowed to be free? And
everyone is allowed to dress what they want. If I buy it, it's my money, so I'm gonna dress how I want. You don't gonna come say like, even white people, they have the way to dress. Muslim people, they have the way to dress. Everyone have the way to dress. We don't have like the right to judge. Yeah, it shouldn't. If you want to use your pants down, you have the right. Yeah, but it doesn't say you are a criminal because you use the pants down. Yeah, it's in a judge.
He says a lyric, trying to find a job, but ain't nobody called back yet.
That's true.
So do you feel like this is difficult for young black males to find jobs?
Yeah, I agree. Like even me, when I was looking for a job, I was to the interview, everything was okay. I was feeling I'm gonna accept the job, but like suddenly she said, okay, I can give you the job. I was like, and I think to myself, maybe it's my color or I don't speak that language. Maybe I'm not like, my English is not that good, but my CV was okay, my study was okay, but she didn't accept. But one day my cousin, she was the interview and she said it was a white girl and they accept her. Yeah. But when she come to interview, the lady said, oh, but you told me you're a white girl, so sorry, I can accept you. Wow. I was like, okay, cool. So sometimes I agree with that. That's true. So that's why they don't give a job. So maybe that's why.
So that comes up in your head a lot. You might not get the job because of your color.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah. So this is part 2. Even if I wasn't picking cotton physically, that don't mean I'm not affected by this history. Do you feel like, as a black person yourself, do you feel like you're affected by the history?
My personal upbringing, yes, but in terms of the history, no.
How do you mean?
I mean, like, it depends on where you are in the world, isn't it? Because there's some places that's really like affected politically. Black people are like some places in Africa, well, most places in Africa, and but in terms of history, I mean, well, there's a thing called generational wealth. So black people have been affected in a sense of their starting point. So their starting point, depending on what your cultural background or what class background you're from, you will be affected. And if you're not like, if you don't come from generational wealth, then you're going to have a hard time.
It's hard to elevate when this country is run by whites. Do you agree with that statement? And do you think it's difficult for people who are not white to achieve like equal opportunities?
I do actually believe in that a little bit. Again, linking back to football, but there's not many black football managers out there, which, you know, is shows.
Yeah,
that.
Not many Asian footballers as well.
Yeah, I don't think that's fair.
Because they can have all the talent they can have.
Yeah,
they just won't be accepted for who they are.
Do you think it's always been like maybe white people at the top and that's just how it is, or do you feel like this is something that we could possibly change?
It can obviously be changed, but
it will be changed. Like,
it'll be hard to change.
Like,
very.
In the old days, you know, black people were sort of frowned upon, whereas now they're not. You know, history's getting older, so everyone's coming together a little bit more. So I think in 50 years' time, there'll be more successful black people.
Because I mean, Barack Obama was a black president, wasn't he? So I guess time is changing, it's evolving. People are, as we said before, integrated a bit more. So it is possible to change, but like you said, it's going to be a bit difficult.
Yeah, of course. I guess time will tell at the end of the day.
Exactly. And hopefully videos like this might get people's opinions, you know, changing and stuff like that. But I know there's a disconnect between your culture and mine. But do you agree that there's a disconnect between both cultures, black and white?
Yeah, I think like the word culture technically has nothing to do with race. Because, you know, like me and this guy behind the camera, we're not technically the same race, but we can have similar things culturally that's in common. So it's not really a race thing, I think. Yeah, and the era that you're brought up as well, that has a lot to do with the culture and your age demographic as well, your influences.
A lot of the older generation, they might have a particular view, whereas us young people are more free and kind of, you know, like able to speak our opinion without feeling the type of way.
Yeah. So I think culture doesn't technically have anything to do with race. Because there's we're in London, right? So where I'm from, I have people from different races in my social circle, and we have a lot of things in common. And then I have some people where I'm from, and I have nothing in common with them. So
it depends on who you talk to, I guess. Because, like for me, where I grew up in it, I went to schools mainly white, so I've been around white people a lot. That's alright. You learn some funny stuff in it about different cultures and things like that. So you teach people stuff, people are like, oh wow, I never really knew that kind of thing happened. And it means you have to be open to other cultures. So you just you've got to be open to everything.
So it's just about being open-minded.
So yeah, you just can't be looking down on people, man. It's not fair. Like, you don't know what people lived with, you don't know what people have gone through.
Years ago, it was like so disconnect, but now I feel we are getting connect because now we have like multi-race couples. People try to understand your culture. Now everyone is trying a little bit more than like a few years ago. Even let's try your food, let's try your party, the way they dress. Now they are like trying to understand each other a little bit. Not that much, but they're trying, they're getting there.
If you ask your friend the same question.
Ela está a dizer que agora se tu sentes tipo que estamos a tentar ficar juntos ou se ainda estamos separados? Juntos. Yeah, she says everyone is trying understand each culture a little bit better.
There's a disconnect between your culture and mine. So do you agree with that statement? Do you feel like we're not as integrated? And obviously London is very multicultural, as you both say it, but do you feel like we could be a bit more together with certain things?
Yeah, because you look at London, it's a multicultural city, so it is what it is. At the end of the day, you have to get on with it.
Do you feel like it should be like that everywhere, like multicultural everywhere, or?
Yeah, I mean there is, but there's no reason for every sort of different culture to get on. Proper reason behind it, and there's different beliefs. But you know, black and white people should get on. I don't think there should be any problems. If it's religion or something like that, it's a bit different.
Yeah, but that's the past, though, isn't it?
Colours.
Exactly.
No, but it's still
it's still around. It's still around.
What do you think about the overall video?
I like the video. I like the song overall, the concept, and I felt like the white guy side actually challenged black people to kind of look at things from a different perspective, whether you like it or not, or whether you agree to it or not. There's people out there from the outside looking in that will have that perspective, but you know, there's two sides to the story at the same time.
If I wasn't picking cotton physically, that don't mean I'm not infected by the history.
So that's the end of the video. What do you guys think?
I didn't expect that to be an ending.
Didn't expect it?
Nope.
I thought the first part, where he's like, we can say the N-word, but you can't, it's just stupid.
Yeah.
I think that is really stupid.
Is that what we were saying before, that no one should be able to use it?
No, not at all.
If it's going to offend someone in some way, then it shouldn't be used.
But that's the thing though, it will always be around.
Yeah,
as much as we try to get rid of it,
Yeah,
that's life, innit? It's always going to be there.
Exactly, it's in people's cultures, it's in lyrics and songs, can't erase everything. As a whole, what did you think of the video? Because I think this has got over 32 million views.
Very intense.
Yeah,
it's intense.
Very unexpected.
Yeah. Do you think that it's needed, something like this is needed?
It is what it is. For some people might like it, some people
it might be
may
too
not.
much.
Yeah, it might be too much.
I don't know. I think some of the points were like, I mean it is too much. I don't think like you walk around here today, there's not an issue with. I don't think.
Yeah, it's very multicultural around here.
It is, and like I think everyone really gets on with everyone. There's no problems here.
But there are in some places, some cities.
Yeah, no, I mean over that.
Oh yeah, I agree.
There is. I agree.
So, do you think it's a good idea? This video is out there and people can see
it? I think it's a good idea for people to have an opinion on it, but I don't know. I personally wouldn't have it out there, but
yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Can't erase the scars with a bandage. I'm hoping maybe we can come to an understanding.
And then they hug.
Yeah.
So what
that is normal.
Hearing the other side, the black guy's side, how did you feel?
When you know the both sides, you say, okay, all right. I'm not gonna be racist. I'm gonna think twice if I'm gonna say the N word, or if I'm gonna be like judge someone the way they dress.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone needs to see the both sides and next judge.
Overall, what do you guys think about the video? Think it needs to be done? Someone needed to do this?
It's a great idea. So I think it opens people's eyes, look, different perspectives of people from like the white background, the stereotypes they have.
Yeah.
If people look at it and learn from it,
yeah, learn
it
something
could
from
be beneficial.
So you kind of learn, you kind of learn both ways. You get both arguments given to you rather than just having your one view like your whole life.
So that was the public's reaction to the video. In my opinion, I feel like topics like this should be discussed because a lot of people these days, they're very scared to voice their opinion. So the writer was very clever in the way he wrote it. He got across two different point of views with his own style of writing. Do you know what I mean? Some people might take offense to, as we saw today, some people are just like, it is what it is kind of thing. Like, it's not that deep to them. I hope the opinions included haven't offended anyone, because that was not my intention. My intention was just purely to see what everyone else thought of the video, because to me, I love it. I love the video, not gonna lie. I love the fact that it's different to most videos out there, to most music videos, and it's controversial, and I like a little bit of a controversial topic now and then. Do you get me? Things like this need to be done. First time I saw it, I was like, bro, this is a bit mad. Like, there's this white guy that's basically being very racist, and that's it, point blank. But then when I carried on watching, obviously I saw the black guy's opinion and understand why each person might feel the type of way and why they might have a certain opinion of the other person and vice versa. Which a lot of people today, they said if it wasn't in this context of me interviewing them, they probably would have clicked off, because they didn't know that there was a part 2. They didn't know that there was another guy that was going to come on and talk and say his opinion. But I'm so grateful for everyone that took part. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. I hope you know, found it somewhat interesting hearing other people's opinions, because I sure did. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Like I said, if you have your own comments, comment below. And like this video, and also share with your people then. Let them know what one out there in the world.
It seems like it's been deliberately put together in quite an amusing and lyrical way. There are a whole lot of issues, particularly that we've seen in America.
We've come a long, long way together.